Welcome back, intrepid adventurers. Thank you so much for joining us on our early stream of the week. Something has come up. We are not able to stream at our normal time tomorrow, so that's why you are getting this episode early. This is night 46 of the Crimson Moon Chronicles. Welcome, and thank you for tuning in. Before we get started, it has been a privilege of mine to do this for the last few weeks. So, again, I'm going to keep doing it. They're probably going to hate it, but I wanted to thank my great players for an awesome job that they keep doing, bringing their characters to life and really filling out this story world that I have created for them. I also wanted to thank the good people over at Fat Zebra Designs for supplying the game mats that we are playing with throughout our adventure. You will continue to see different versions depending on where we go. Um, and they have fantastic designs and layouts, very durable, and as you can see on the mat, marker friendly. Dry erase markers, my friends. You can lay out your own designs at fatzebradesign.com. Last we left our adventuring party, they had infiltrated the Palace of Heart's Desire. They had finally rescued Roderick. They met up with a few familiar faces. There are some familiar faces that have no good desires for our companions that are here in this particular castle. If you've missed anything, please click that link, my friends, and watch tons of great episodes for you to get caught up on. As they started to go through the rest of the castle, checking in, trying to get over to Scabatha's room, they came across a few different areas, coming across the Silver Winds, and even some of the Etherean hunters themselves. Um, our friends were able to make it into a chamber filled with stuff, as you can see right there. And as they went in there, they found some very interesting magical items. They also were able to go down into a holding cell, finding Thrantir and some other new faces among them. They were able to bring along some of the one of the dolls that they found in Scabatha's room. This strange version of Little Red, after going in Scabatha's room and seeing all of these dolls in a giant pin cushion, they were tricked with this illusion of an attic, trying to keep them inside there and turn them into one of her dolls. But our characters were able to get out of there in the nick of time, outsmarting this pincushion that was seemingly interchanging the room unbeknownst to them. As they came back out and they went downstairs, they found Thrantir. They were able to rejuvenate him. He is in a weakened state, but he is very much alive right now. That gives our heroes some room to play with their next few moves as they continue to make their way through the Palace of Heart's Desire, not only finding some of their missing memories, which they did, but also getting ultimately to the Hourglass Coven and finally putting a stop to them and the Tree Raiser himself. On a previous installment last week, we had a nice little one shot that took our characters into a steampunked alternate reality, as it were. Fantastic episode, a lot of great stuff in it. Go take a look. Our heroes find themselves now learning that Little Red may not be who she claimed that she was. Maybe she is a bit more, possibly something darker. Seems like she might have been in this castle this whole time, and in a few other areas of the adventure thus far. Little Red now, in that puppet form, has divulged some strange truths to our heroes. And now, after figuring out that she might not be who that she says that she is, a flesh creature has formed in front of our heroes now as it writhes about, and our heroes come to after their strange dream, question mark, that they had. What shall happen? Let's find out on this installment of the Crimson Moon Chronicles. Back.
Everyone.
Hello,
Hello.
welcome back.
We live.
Yes, we do for the moment. For the
Ah,
We're live.
that's the one.
We are live. Good, good. So, as you all are staring at this twisted, fleshy abomination that is starting to contort itself in front of you all, what do you do?
Oh, right. This is right after we had that realization about Red.
Which realm are you from then, if you're not Little Red?
All that you hear is a garbled.
So no actual language being spoken, just the sounds of
No,
it,
this does not seem to have sentience you're gathering.
or syntax. Either word.
No, exactly what I said.
Well,
I was making a joke of
I
no
learned my lesson trying to touch its mind before. I'm not doing that again.
it's not. Well, so
So we have the Sibriex.
the Sibriex is right here. Only thing I can think to
He is in a tank that
yes.
is in the wall. But yes, he is there. Or I should rather say it
Yeah,
is there.
it does not have a gender identity.
It is present. It can answer questions. I'm just
Yeah.
taking stock of what we have because it's been 2 weeks since we were in this situation, and we've done a lot since then.
Mhm.
Yes, you have some prisoners that are in cells that are around you.
Gwonk followed us back.
Thrantir,
Wart's there. Thrantir.
Gwonk. Gwonk, you don't know how, but Gwonk is there. Gwonk is among you.
Is amongst us.
Uh, he's just kind of flittering about on the floor like a dog that has some of the zoomies. But self-contained. He's not bouncing around the entirety of the room, but he is just extremely happy to be here right now. As you're looking around the room, King Wart is still over there, but very taken aback by the situation.
Right. Okay. I
As
remember
he
now.
is.
Just before. Sorry.
No, continue.
I just remember that just before we got distracted by the revelation of Red, he said he knows the way out. We had revived
Correct.
Thrantir, and he called out saying he knows the way, and then we realized we were standing next to the Sibriex, and we got squirreled hard.
Correct.
So, Wart, where's that exit?
Are we just gonna leave this here?
You want to fight an Eldritch Horror? I don't see anyone else coming up with ideas.
I would very much need to get out of this cell before I were able to help you.
Get him
All
out
right.
of this. I'll find something to do with this stupid horror.
Sibriex, I don't know your chosen name, so that's all I can use at the moment. How do we unlock the cells?
These, they open by only a chosen few.
Okay.
You.
I could open them.
I'm sensing a butt.
But for a price.
What is your price then?
I would very much like my freedom.
Freedom.
No offense, but could we not also just leave you here in the tank and I attempt to do, I don't know, disintegrate the door over there? Or if that.
Accepting that this is not the time to be
Wasteful, I
threatening,
understand.
and it's also not the time to be threatening an individual such as this.
Oh no, I'm just
I'm
saying
sure
perhaps
it's
we can
wise
bargain
enough
for
to
a
know
better
that he's
deal.
simply presenting options and not threatening. Right, Leon?
Yes, that's all I'm doing is presenting options since, well,
I, for
it's
one,
not the best idea to release one of those.
I would rather much let it just decide to leave of its own accord after it's free, because I imagine being stuck down here is not pleasant.
Yes, but
Should
I
check.
mean,
Do we?
Give you another option.
oh, you tell.
Before I forget, are we still glamored?
Yes, for the time.
Okay.
Moment.
I will take someone here in the castle as an experiment.
Take someone in the castle as an experiment?
That's
Yes,
to have as to whether or not we'll agree to that.
you may choose.
We can choose someone for the Cybriex to take as an experiment. Who do we choose?
What is the nature of the experiment? I think is a better question. What would they be subjected to?
I don't think that's the question.
Me. You see the ooze in which I am contained. Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
this liquid that I secrete is one that comes from me. It has properties.
I glance over to Leon, fully expecting him to have popped open a vial.
well, if you must ask, I could.
I
You just see him kind of pull out a few vials, like, you right?
I have never tried my ooze on creatures from different planes.
Ooh.
I've only had demons
Well,
to test on.
well,
Then
as it happens, we know of at least one creature from a different plane present in this castle.
we know of some.
Mm,
Actually, pretty much everything from a different plane
We
in
just
this castle.
so my vote personally. This is not a decision, but this is my suggestion. King Midas, the dragon, the gold dragon. That crosses a member of the court off our list.
Gullywop.
I
Surprisingly.
do not wish to tamper with members of Sherlock's court.
That's
Yeah,
also
that
fair.
makes
I
sense.
understand.
He
Oh,
has grown too strong. He would find me
Oh,
again.
not Gullywop. Why is Gullywop in my head? That was so long ago.
you're talking
Bungo.
Bungo.
That or Red are the options in my head.
Yes, because Red's actual body is still floating somewhere around this castle.
And we have evidence here that she is not of any plane we've visited.
Yes.
But it still requires us to capture and bring them to him.
Well, he just said he would
As
take.
the flesh creature starts banging against the jail cell, you see tentacles made entirely of humanoid flesh start wrapping around the bars as you see the bars start to.
I
Okay, if you want me to buy some time, I suggest we make a decision.
I vote Little Red.
Entity from another plane, right here. Yours for the
Well,
taking.
I mean, that would be Red.
And if Voodoo has any power.
Is this creature to your specification? And pointing to the creature that's trying to make its way out.
I could work on it, but it has no mind.
To have a mind that tells us something. King Bungo is probably going to be the
Is tethered to
an-
something.
It's an aspect of Red, just like whenever we had to face.
giant
The-
gaping thing of the void.
Well, I was referring to our friend.
Or someone else.
Over table, I can't
Draxus.
believe I forgot Draxus's name. Thank
Drax.
you. But in character, Draxus. We faced an aspect of Draxus. We defeated him, but we did not destroy him except earlier in that room.
So we've got about
This is
5
just an
seconds
aspect
before it
of Red.
starts to escape. Do you want me to go and put up a wall, or are we going to fight it in the corridor?
I think we need to figure out a way to get Red down here.
I need to check something because this could add to your decision making. Okay.
Oh dear.
I have an idea.
Oh, do you
My bite is much worse than my bark.
I like the sound of that.
I do like
What?
that.
What kind of steel is that on the jail cells?
I am not sure.
Question.
It could be iron, for all I know.
It smells delicious.
If you want to chew it, go right ahead. I'm not.
Actually, you know
Well,
what? I
either
like
way,
this idea.
I think we're running out of time. I'm going to put up a wall of force.
I was just about to
guarding
say, yes.
the creature that's slowly probably marking its way out.
Wonk, why don't you have a taste of the boss?
Okay.
I need to roll
that one.
for it.
Not that one.
The one with
Which
the
one?
Not the one with the big tentacly thing.
Okay.
Any
Not
of
the
the
one
other
that has
pillars.
the giant barrier that you
Which one?
put your head on.
Pick the one. Try the one with the with Wart.
Yes, with King Wart.
Who
Crazy
what?
Wart. Yep.
He's the smaller
he?
one over. He's the one over there who has warts on his face.
He is blue.
Why is he looking at me like that?
He's not looking
mean-
at you. He's looking at the bars of your cell.
Right?
Big difference.
Go on, Gwonk.
It's
Take a bite of
that
the
or
door.
Thrantia, so either
Okay.
way.
As Leon throws up a barrier, you all see somewhat spilling out into the mid hallway as this barrier has gone across these bars. You see this flesh creature starting to make its way out of the bars completely, as all that you hear is
This is not working.
Boy, okay.
It's obviously just a monster at this point.
Kai, I need you to trust me. Can you do that?
You all
Absolutely.
see Gwonk latch on to the bars. As you see
He eats bars of steel. That is phenomenal. Oh, so the reason
Oh,
that
I like Gwonk.
so Moxie takes out her boot knife, which is still there because she didn't have to give that up.
Uh-huh.
And she then carves a very specific sigil into her hand. It is not Asmodean, it is not Eldritch. This is something she would know because it diametrically opposes the void, the sepulchre. And that is a nat 20 religion check to pray for assistance in ridding them of this eldritch horror. Because
to whom exactly?
I believe she said the sepulcher?
yes, which is an entity not unlike the void, but light, not dark.
The Bahamut to its Tiamat, by the sounds of things.
Yes. And that was a 20 on dice religion check.
As you do, as you start trying to reach out, there's a burning sensation that starts happening in your right ear. As you hear, well, what exactly do you think you're doing?
Oh fuck, it's the priest. Oh no, this is not good.
Not exactly.
Okay, seeing what she's doing, I'm gonna give her physical support. Uttering a 19 prayer to Bahamut to help with this situation as well. I see prayers happening, I get
go
religious.
ahead and bless.
As you all see Gwonk tear open the last few bars. Tasty.
Good job, Gwonk. Now the
Good
unicorn. Let him out.
You all see Wart as he's crawling on just his arms. You can see his tail kind of flopping behind him.
All right. Well, what are we waiting for?
Burning! 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 Ow! Oh, make it stop. Make it
Still
stop.
supporting Moxie, still praying for assistance.
Moxie,
Get out of my head! You don't
do you
belong.
think you're doing?
Putting more distance between myself and my former master. I forsook him and he took my power from me. You need to get out of my mind now. Be disappointed all you want. Get the hell out of my mind.
Not disappointed. I'm more curious now. See you soon.
Do we still have a telepathic link with Moxie?
Yes.
mean-
That is Leon.
Supposing the whole alternate reality thing was true, then we should have at least 10 minutes on it yet.
I think that's where we were at the beginning of that anyway, so it lines up perfectly.
Max. To
Yes?
whom are you trying to speak?
Is that still the priest or the
No,
someone who can rid me of an eldritch horror?
Because it's very
you've
convenient
called
in the house.
upon a mind of consciousness that you do not comprehend.
No, I do not comprehend. What I want is an eldritch horror dead.
Interesting query to ask.
Dead or banished.
Yes, dead or banished. Either one works for me.
This will, if I do this, upset your current keeper,
I apparently
judging by your marking. Another god has a hold of you, a one Asmodeus.
I thought he was referring to Aeon for a second. It's like, when did he get upgraded to full god status?
No, I owe Asmodeus or
Yes.
something has yet to collect.
Do you still wish to continue with this?
Calling on him adds more things to the list in which I owe him. I doubt the same applies.
Yeah,
Any entity,
the fact that
Probably.
Are you sure you wish to piss off Asmodeus? Is the translation.
Well, if I may speak bluntly over table,
Yes, that's over table currently.
Asmodeus is going to get what's coming to him because Morgul is a man of his word. He probably didn't expect much of your word given your history. No offense. And while he might be miffed as he was with me at one point, he'll most likely get over it because we're still working toward his end. That said, it's your decision. And it's a scary one.
Yes, it is. And then, of course, she's going to simply say, if I am to survive both Asmodeus and the Void, I must change my path.
an interesting quandary.
And given that when I reached out to find that which opposes the Void, you came up.
We
Tell-
do. I should not be speaking to you.
I officially rid myself of the Void's influence some time ago.
The devil is in the details. In order to fully devote yourself to our cause, you would need to cut ties with both sides.
That is not.
You do not need to make a decision of it now, but if I do this for you,
You will expect a favor.
No. I will expect a change.
One that I will have to figure out.
You better figure it out before someone else does on my end if I do this for you.
Or table. Both sides of what do you think he's talking about?
I mean, that's anyone's guess, honestly. the problem with Moxie being religious is that she then ends up being pulled in any number of different ways based on the deity, based on her previous interactions with others.
So
And
first it was void, then it was straight up hell.
yeah, and hell is lawful evil. Void is neutral evil. She hasn't had run-ins with chaotic evil yet. Hopefully not.
What if this is instead true neutral, calling you to forsake both good and evil?
The Gray Paladin is actually that actually tracks for where she sits most of the
Yeah.
time. So you would need me to forsake both chaos and law and stand in the middle.
Correct.
I think
Is
that would.
this a path that you wish to take?
The thought flies out of Kai's head unbidden. It's about what she does anyway.
It is where my heart tends to rest on its own.
The Prime Metatrox will
Oop.
need to be brought in on this situation.
So it shall be.
Miknik. See the chat? This might be a good transition moment. This actually feels like a perfect transition moment.
Just real
Yes,
quick.
we will be right back, folks.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon. Is his sound good?
Is my sound good? Oh, hold up. I realized something. My fucking backlight is still on. Hey, Google, turn off the lamp. There we go.
Hey Google.
Yes, it's me.
I
Or
like
go.
the things you do.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
We now have our other adventurer, which he
Chase!
didn't hear at the beginning of the stream, but
Or is
I'm
he on
gonna
that
say
side?
it again. I thank all of my players. You all are doing such a great job. I love you all. Keep doing your best. Keep on keeping on. Keep doing it. Morgal. As Morgal just now starts to kind of come back from the entirety of your all's adventure
Fever dream?
into
Vision quest.
maybe somewhere else.
Acid trip.
Um,
Never reading again.
Morgal, a bright orange, red, purple, and blue creature glumps onto your chest. As he looks up at you,
I'm cool with this.
I've been looking for you for a very long time.
See, the last time somebody told me that, it was a demon who was hunting me, so I'm very suspicious immediately.
He said he was looking for a great warrior.
You look like a great warrior. As he hacks up what would normally be a hairball, it is a completely rounded piece of iron. It is a ball of iron that is now in your hand.
I'm thinking that
Oh,
visually that's like what's Nibbler's droppings in Futurama?
Oh yeah, but fucking
The dark matter.
dark matter. Yeah.
Yeah, no. What if he coughed up steel wool?
Margot
Yeah.
just lightly pats.
Depends on what he eats, I guess.
Just for the record, while you were still coming around, he's been eating the bars off of Thrantir and Wart's cages.
Ah.
Yes,
Alrighty.
I have.
Also, we've got some issues.
It's
Yeah,
worth
I can barely
mentioning
keep this
that
thing from escaping through the gate.
It's worth
Gronk
mentioning
is
he
now up
volunteered.
on Morgal's shoulder as he's Are you okay with this?
Oh yeah, I'm fine with this. I've been kind of jealous of everybody else's companions, so this works fine for me.
You look like a great warrior.
yeah.
I mean, prepare to be surprisingly disappointed.
Oh, shut up! Yes, you are.
He is very much a great warrior. He's just modest.
Kai senses
Well-
a disturbance in the shorts. He rubs
As
his
he-
thighs and says to Rory, "Don't worry, still like you better."
Thank you. I'm very glad. This other, what did he call himself?
Gwonk.
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 Yes.
We shall see
Indeed, we shall.
what he does.
I mean, he eats-
Also, I'm chafing very badly, so we should
You and me,
most certainly hurry
you and me
this
both,
along,
Rory.
my friend. I'm gonna sit up here.
Perfectly fine by me.
But you
So,
do.
any chance we can leave, or
So, to catch you up on what was happening right before you hopped in, Moxie reached out to the Sepulcher, the Void Bahamut to their
Void-
Voids. Yeah, the
Why?
Eldritch, the Eldritch Bahamut to Void's Tiamat.
My wart puppet is currently upon the shelf, and I don't have access to it, so you all are going to have to deal with a different boglin being worked for right now.
Okay.
So
He's a
It's
good
very
stand-in.
close.
this is
From back
actually Vlob, but
there, he can't even tell
Wart
it.
is completely
Unreachable.
upon the collector's shelf right now.
Throw that one.
I will say, Justin, I'm very sad I didn't get pictures of it. Kind of over table moment. When I was at the convention last weekend before, time is nothing to me right now.
Mood.
There was
Mhm.
this lady across from us who had a giant fuzzy dragon puppet.
I
That
want
was
it.
her whole thing. It was amazing. I want to see if I can find pictures of it later. I'll look for it. Amazing.
Awesome.
Yep.
So yes, she did reach out and she got a response. The way that I am portraying them, though, is as a multi-tiered consciousness.
So it's kind of like
That's-
talking straight to individual levels of paradise in ascending order.
Okay.
And does anybody remember who runs the show? A name was dropped. The Prime
It reminds me of Metatron.
Metaton.
Metatrox.
Metatron.
Metatron.
The
I was gonna
Prime
say it's
Metatrox.
I was gonna say it sounded like Metatron.
Kai's probably going to say prime rib macaroni at some point.
The prime
God.
rib macaroni.
That doesn't
That was
sound
not
too
said in character.
I know, but that's great.
It will not be said in character. I just wanted to share that joke.
Calimax,
Yes.
are you okay with this change?
It will sit better with my heart to have this change.
Very well. You see the flesh abomination that is just starting to break through Leon's barrier.
Fun.
Noted.
As you see its flesh start to turn crystalline, and the crystals shatter into dust.
Does the
Ash-
dust remain or does it fade?
To
It
dust.
fades.
Ah. I was going to say, let's scoop some of that up. It seems like it would be useful.
Let's not and say we did, shall we?
Eldritch powder.
Let's not and say we didn't.
Yeah, let's just not.
Yeah,
If
how about that?
this is a path that you wish to go
I think
down,
Leon should
Calimax,
roll whether he attempts to.
if this is a path
No, he's
that
gonna
you
have to roll to
choose
not
to
try
truly
and
go
steal
down,
from the Cypriacs.
Yes.
then you will need to have, if I can arrange it, a meeting with the Prime Metatrox to see if this is truly an arrangement in which we choose to proceed with. If not, well, let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
I've been in lots of situations that scare me far worse than asking for help from something that isn't evil.
Very well.
Your warning is appreciated.
Goodbye for now.
For now.
As the burning sensation fades in your ear, a calm comes over.
Hello, did I lose connection?
No, you're
Nope,
there.
you're still with us.
You're
Is
here.
my-
What's wrong?
Still, she points to her ears. My ear's still there.
Yes, you're good.
Leon, you okay?
Nab?
Still with us?
Leon?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He froze.
Oh, boy.
Am I still with you, he says, and then promptly vanishes.
Mm-hmm.
I love the timing. It's literally, that expression is the moment he said that.
Mhm.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
boy.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Anybody want to check in chat? See what's going on?
I see a post in off topic.
That's me. Don't assume that's me.
That-
Yeah, that's me.
That's cool.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
no,
right, it
not
ain't
relevant.
Neb.
No, it ain't Nab.
Uh-oh. Well, sorry,
Back to BRB.
folks.
We've had a lot
Technical
of
difficulties.
Well, while
Um,
we're waiting for Nab, that's one of the puppets. Justin, if you want to check an off topic.
that is
That's a
cool.
puppet.
That's a puppet.
Folks, we will be right back.
BRB.
Welcome back, everybody, and sorry for the continued technical difficulties. Something is plaguing our stream today, it would seem. Chalk it up to weather or
Or be angry
creatures.
with the gods.
We have
Uh.
effectively traded Ember for.
We literally have done that.
What if Gwonk was chewing on the internet cables?
Oh no.
Leon will be joining back as soon as he
As-
can. Do not worry.
If he becomes
Um,
able.
So back into where you just saw this flesh abomination start to dissipate thanks to a pact that the dice rolled very well with the pact that Moxie made with a new deity.
We tend
um,
to do that a lot, don't we? Thankfully, this
um,
is just
so,
Monk.
um, you all now see that Gwonk has completely chewed through the bars of uh, King Wart and Thrantir now. So what do you do?
Well, we no longer are obliged to free the Sibrieks, thanks to Gwonk.
Except, except,
Thinking out loud over table here, not in character.
okay, excepting
No,
clear.
you all just keep hearing his
the growling.
guttural
Yeah.
noises.
So we were talking about going and trying to lure the Maiden Red down in here.
Well, she's probably going to come down here now.
Yeah, possibly.
Given that some kind of external force has just completely, like, done and dusted this thing.
You know what I want to know about
Hmm.
is that statue upstairs.
The statues, Sibrieks, the Baphomet statues, what are they for?
Contracts.
I thought so. So you stick a hand in, and that begins the process.
The contract can be done in numerous ways. The quickest is by flesh.
Yeah, makes sense.
Those were procured by the coven from an ancient being that lost his own hand.
I have a feeling.
That sounds familiar.
That sounds very familiar.
Not sure why it sounds familiar, but it does sound familiar.
Vexax lost both of his hands because his entire body is mechanical.
Yeah,
Not
but
who
he's
I
not
was
an ancient.
thinking.
He's not an ancient being.
Different
Also,
V.
also, we had those magic artifacts up there that we tried to see how they were locked away, and one of the things that it was linked to magically was down here, and the other was in the library. If I'm remembering correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, that is correct. That is very correct.
I'm just trying to revisit information over table here. Get all our brains working on it.
Titania is down here, isn't she?
Yes.
Oh,
And is she the, I hate to say it this way, it's going to sound crude. Is she the battery for the alarm system in the storage facility of all the magic items upstairs?
Yes.
Mhm.
And no.
What
Hmm.
else fuels it then that we have to contend with?
She fueled everything.
Ah,
They are siphoning her energy to use as a protective barrier.
So she is the reason the shield exists. So,
Correct.
I mean, stands to reason if we can unplug her from whatever they've got going on, shield comes down,
Field
they're
comes down.
vulnerable.
Yes, and then we have to figure out a way to make the golden cauldron turn black.
Ooh, I
Other
feel
way
like
around.
turn the black cauldron golden?
We do? Okay then.
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember the reverse, but okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Hang on. Hang on. I wrote this down. Searching. The cauldron black, if given good, will return as it should. When its golden form, it will produce miracles. And the
Ah,
miracle is what we need to revive the thing. So it has to be given something good. Is it a sacrifice or is it just good, positive energy?
I don't know.
So,
Yes,
my
what?
friends, what exactly are we going to do?
We're going to free Titania.
Pardon me?
Oberon's wife? We gotta free her.
Yeah, don't know who she is, but okay.
We're here to
I gotta
find the
know.
Black Cauldron to revive Zybilna. That was our main reason for coming here.
Hmm.
All right.
Do you,
So,
do you know where it is?
do I know where what is?
The Black.
Titania?
Uh,
I mean, that would be nice if you did know.
I. What does she look like? Is she beautiful? Hmm?
from what I hear, yes.
That is what I have heard. Do we
I've
have?
Yeah,
never
not seeing
personally.
anything like that here. Sorry.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's
But I've heard stories about this cauldron you speak of.
oh,
Yeah.
which direction would it be in?
One that I don't know if you really necessarily want to venture there.
Is it in the library?
No.
The central chamber.
Uh-huh.
The room. That's gonna be.
Correct.
That's gonna have to be our last stop then. We're gonna have to get.
That is going to be one that you will have to make a really good diversion if you are wanting to do that.
We're
oh
gonna have.
yeah, everybody's there.
That was a 29. Now that we're down here in the dungeon to see if I can sense Titania anywhere nearby, or which direction she's in.
You have never been in her presence, so you could not understand what her energy
Hey,
is like.
We have a nab.
But you all do feel a powerful presence that is coming from underneath you.
We're gonna have to go down further if we're gonna find her, I think.
Well,
probably.
I know of exactly one stairway down,
Then let's go.
and I think we're below its entrance.
Are we? Are we now?
Well, I mean, looking at the map, we're at the bottom of an elevator to that place, but there's nothing leaving here. He's not given us any other map. And looking around the cells, last time I don't recall him mentioning another exit. So,
We have to go
with
back up.
that in mind, we'd have to go back up and over to the stairs.
Right. So there is a level below us, but this is just the lowest that this thing goes.
Unless I am misremembering. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Justin, are there other
To
exits to
me,
are
Yes.
there other exits to the dungeon that we can see beyond the elevator?
you are remembering correctly.
Okay, Q.
Over to
Q,
the
Q, Q.
stairs of fun.
To the stairs of fun, you say?
Leon's back.
Considering that emotional trauma,
Welcome back.
like, I live my life in various forms of emotional trauma. You understand.
Keeper of
That is going to be
contracts.
an interesting thing.
These are some salty chips.
No, that's just
So,
Moxie.
hang on. Everybody shut up for a second and let this king speak. Because yes, I am still a king. Am I a very by the books king? No. No, I am not. I am not your stereotypical king that you may think of, but nonetheless, I am royalty. So,
With all respect, I apologize. Kai says with a bemused smirk.
thank you. As I was saying, do you wish for me to continue with you upon your journey? Or shall I help Mr. Thrantir here out of the castle?
Mm,
I believe the second one is probably for the best.
Probably
We're
a
still
smarter move.
disguised,
Yes.
and it would be looking bad for
What-
anyone.
What assistance can you provide him?
I have connections.
That's
Vague.
point.
I think that
Ominous.
they might be mutual connections that we have.
I
Ooh,
see.
wait a minute. Oh.
So, what
I
I'm going
may
to
know
propose
I may know who
is,
he's speaking of.
and who do you think that I am speaking of, sir? Who
Well,
do
I
you
was thinking the word who would be a significant enough clue as to who I'm speaking of. But if it's
Nope.
not that person, then
I
I'm
don't
wrong.
know who you're talking about,
He
but I
means
would like
Archie.
to.
If the
Oh,
phrase giant
Jane.
owl doesn't ring a bell, then I'm not thinking of the same person.
Well, we are thinking in the same realm. I thought you were thinking in a different way.
Over
Yes, I
table,
thought
I
you were
thought that you
thinking.
were thinking very sci-fi.
Yeah, I thought you
Um,
were talking about the Who,
We thought you were
the
talking about
Doctor. In fact,
No, I was referring to the
Well,
giant freaking owl in the
Now we figured it
Okay.
out.
library.
then we do have a mutual benefactor. But that mutual benefactor also has another mutual benefactor. That, hopefully, if we can get in touch, we might be able to get some assistance.
Well,
we did slip
we've
them
given
some
some
chaos
assistance to
apples.
our mutual benefactor, who could almost certainly benefit from it. So enough speaking in
Well,
circles. I think it would be a good idea for you to follow Threntir.
Yes.
Guide.
good. But I have an idea.
I like
Oh.
ideas.
Would you like to hear my idea?
Yes.
I don't see why not.
Good. I like to say my ideas. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. First, you are going to go down. You're going to save the Queen of the Feywild. Once you have saved the Queen of the Feywild, the barrier will be down.
Yes.
Hmm? You
Mm.
following?
Yes.
Can you see where I'm going with this or no?
Yeah, we get you.
Distance can then come back in, and things can continue moving as they need to.
who can come back what?
Tasha can get in because she has to be present when we use the cauldron.
You're thinking
Yeah.
too small. You need a what to get to the cauldron? Hmm?
Ooh.
Jin.
You need a distraction, right?
What
Yes.
better distraction than the barrier coming down in a battle?
Well, what better way to cause a distraction than to have the entirety
of your
of the
security system.
Feywild that doesn't want this happening anymore? Mutual friends. Wink, wink,
Cough,
nudge,
cough.
nudge. And then, you know,
Viva la
during the
resistance.
battle,
We slip.
viva la resistance.
Yes. Vive la résistance.
Viva la revolution!
So,
Butchered that pronunciation.
if this sounds like a good plan to you, then we can put it into action.
Seems reasonable.
Good. First things first, though. I don't exactly know how well that a certain large feathered creature is going to take once she is released and her brother finds out that she is. That
Yeah,
might end
very
very
much might.
poorly.
Could end very badly.
God, what happened? What happened to a screen? What happened? Something happened. Oh,
All good.
So, if this is what we are going to do, then we need to do it properly. If you all are wanting to take down the Hourglass Coven, you need to tell me, are you wanting to do that yourself? Or are you going to do that with the cauldron?
We were planning on using the cauldron to revive Zybilna.
Well, there's other means that the cauldron has that you need to think about. This
If you
cauldron
could
is
tell
very
us anything
powerful.
about it, please do. We've been getting
We've been
very
given
vague.
very vague.
Very
I've
vague.
been listening to a couple of stories when our mutual enemies have been down here speaking amongst themselves, primarily to Thrantir. I think he would be able to point out a few details. Don't you?
If you are feeling well enough, Thrantir.
Yes, of course.
My strength is slowly coming back to me. The cauldron is an artifact, very ancient and very powerful. It has two forms, a light side and a dark side. When the cauldron is black, and the 9 cats and the 9 eyes look into the pitch, then they can be controlled by the witch. The cauldron, when it turns gold, can perform great miracles. Using it takes a heart and mind that is pure in its truth to use.
Okay?
The black cauldron can do a great many horrible things, but it takes a toll on its user. It has the power to destroy and to give great life. The way that you do so is by the justification of your means, your heart. It is not controlled simply by putting things into the cauldron. You do that, but this entire realm is controlled by emotions, and only the purest of emotions can bring out the cauldron's true form.
So there's no ritual to make it golden. It's all to do with the user.
Intent.
It is intent, but it is also bound by its circumstance, by its purpose, what it was made for. So yes, what you put into the cauldron makes a great deal of difference as well. You must ask yourselves this before you press forward, because I know your designs. I know what you truly are trying to do in taking down the Hourglass Coven. This is what you wish to do, is it not?
Yes.
Do you wish it to be by blood, by your own hands? Are you wanting bloodshed of theirs? Or
No.
do you wish to utilize cauldron? That is your choice to make, and you need to decide how you are going to do this. Because trust me, it is not just the Hourglass Coven anymore. The Tree Raiser now is the primary that is pulling most of the strings. But don't get it twisted. Those sisters have plans. I don't exactly know what they plan on doing here to sway the Tree Raiser back into their favor. But you all have made the Tree Raiser more bold. He's more brash. He was challenged for the first time in a long time. He liked it.
Wonderful.
Of course he did.
Great, of course.
You're dealing with
But he is also much weaker now. He does not have his true form. He is still trapped, very much so, within that tree, but he has given that tree form. If he does get a hold of his axe again, or if he figures out how to utilize the cauldron, he will be able to not only gain his true form back, but probably do much worse. The veil between your world and ours is thin right now, my friends. The straw is very much about to give way. Need to fix this. But the way that you go about it will decide the fate of this. I will go with here. And we will get in touch with the outside. If I am able to regain my strength back, there was a time in Memoria for when I led troops into war. And I will, as his hooves dig in to the stone, do it again.
That is going to be a glorious sight to see.
with you and
just
your wife, I'm
need-
sure we can stand against the Tree Raiser.
You just need to know what you're doing when that takes place. Because as soon as you let down that barrier, if you can, all hell will break loose.
Let us hope not all of a hell specifically, but I get your point.
Goodbye for now.
Say hello to your missus for us.
I shall. I will see you soon. Be sure that you know your plan. Got it?
Got it.
Good. I bid you farewell, my friends. Help
Safe travels.
will hopefully be coming very soon.
We're about to lose
You need to understand this war that is about to happen. How you handle things on the inside here is going to decide the outcome. So when you get to that penultimate point, you need to know exactly what it is that you are going to do. One false move, and this world will fall.
Well, we can't
And
have that.
there's nothing that my wife and I, any of the Archfey, would be able to do about it. The Hourglass Coven's final moments of their plan, I think, this is the precipice. Do what you will, my friends. I will see you soon.
A moment.
What?
Over table, I have no reason to suspect this will do anything, but I'm rolling for it anyway. Red die. Okay, so that is 16 for religion. Kai's taking his sword of Bahamut and just holding it and saying blessings of Bahamut to keep you safe. Travel well.
Thank you, my friend.
I don't know if he listens, but well, what harm is there in asking?
See you soon. As he
Let's go
saunters off with Wart.
find the lovely Archfey and take down this barrier, shall we? Should we actually should? Yes, we should. Gwonk, can you please chew through the bars to free our tanked friend?
A moment.
Oh,
We should consult Felmore,
okay, Fillmore.
not just Felmore.
Yes.
Everyone.
Dawn, etc.
What is it that y'all are wanting?
We're about to go free Titania.
Oh, she's
Insight.
a very
Drinks, anyone? Drinks?
I need
lovely.
to be sober to do this.
As they're all coming.
I
I
would
was just-
love to partake, but not this time. We're faced with a decision. We are on the cusp of getting the Black Cauldron. We know it
Calling
must.
upon wisdom.
We know it must be golden, and it is up to the inherent nature of the user. There are many ways we can go about this. And frankly, I am confused at the moment. I am feeling overwhelmed.
By
Anyone
what?
else trying to organize everything into a coherent thought?
Try, my friend. You'll see that sometimes things will coalesce easier once you start to get them out on your tongue.
Okay. So here's what we know, or what I recall. I'm going to go ahead and, in whatever dust I can on the floor, sketch out that map that we were showing earlier. It's like we've been here, here, and here. The aviary has the owl, who Wart said was going to be assisting. We
Mhm.
know that the Silver Winds were in the library.
King
Mm.
Bungo is wandering the halls somewhere, chasing after Lolth.
And we also know that the Watcher is outside somewhere.
The Jabberwock
Okay.
grounds.
We've been to Indlin's room. We've been to Scabatha's room. We have not been in Bavlorna's chambers. Is it worth braving the wolves in the library to get there and see what we find?
That is completely your choice, my friend. I would assume, judging by exactly what you've gotten from the last two chambers, I would say, as he takes a moonshine bottle from Mick, I would say
It's worth the risk.
that your final memories would be lying there. But, hell, if you take this entire fucking castle down, you might just be able to get them back in the
Anyway.
process as well.
Indeed.
So, why don't we check with our fellow members of this party of ours? Friends, you're no longer children. You have gone into battle. You've saved villages. You've faced down demon lords. We are starting to look at you in a different light, in the light that most of us saw you in to begin with, which is why we chose you in the first place. So, what do you think that we should do? Morgal, thoughts?
You're muted.
Morgal is muted.
You're muted, bud.
He was in it too, I could tell. That sucks.
So, as I was saying, because I decided to mute myself to put away my chips. My honest opinion is anything to get Tanya free is immediately going to be my first course of action anyway, for obvious reasons. Over the table reminder to Tanya is Civic's patron. So,
Yes.
Mhm.
So you have a specific vested interest.
Right. But, my friend, we're talking the overall picture here.
Oh, I know.
Obviously, one of our first things that I'm assuming the rest of the group is wanting to do is to save Titania, right?
Mhm.
Save Titania, save Vasaibilna, take down the
As
Covenant.
soon as that barrier comes down, though, we need to be ready because this castle, our friends on the outside,
Are going
they're
to
gonna be coming. They're gonna storm this castle. So it's gonna be chaos in here.
I know. I intend to take advantage of that.
But what do we do after that?
The most
We-
pure of purpose needs to approach the cauldron,
Would
knowing
not be
exactly
me.
what it is they need to do.
You know who I volunteer for that? You, Kai?
I was going to say the opposite.
No.
No,
No.
no, 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 no.
Former worshiper of the void for 2/3 of her existence.
Who
No.
has cast it aside in favor of the greater good. Who has spoken to the sepulchre itself to travel a neutral path.
Path
mean,
of
he does have a
neutrality
point.
is not a path of good.
That is a fair point, but when it comes down to it, it will almost certainly be one of us.
It will be one of the two of us, absolutely. Whoever has the stronger will to do good is going to prevail.
You hear Elenon say, Leon, what about you?
The
What do
cauldron?
you think?
Hmm.
The plan.
Oh, for the plan. I was confused as to with the current subject, but yes.
Dawn says, For everyone, let me lay it out very plainly. As she takes Kai's drawing that he made, as she lifts it up, and you see the dust start to form a 3D model. This is what we are looking at currently. This is the Palace of Heart's Desire, and these, she snaps her fingers, and you see illuminated points. These are the points that we have visited thus far. This, as the spot turns red on the map where the staircase is, that is where we are going. That is supposedly where Titania is located. If we go down there and we rescue Titania, these barriers that surround the castle are going to go down, and our friends on the outside are going to come in, which is going to cause both sides, the beings that are in here and our friends out there, there will be a war that will ensue. There's going to be chaos. As Wart told us earlier, that would be a perfect distraction for us to get to the cauldron. If we choose to do that route, then we need to have a plan in place as to what we are going to do to end this. If you all wish to go in there, guns a-blazing, and slam these witches into the dirt, then you can do that as well. We just need to know exactly what it is that we are going to do. Because if one makes the perfect conversation to the cauldron, we could possibly kill all birds with one stone. We need to decide which one it is that we're going to do.
I think aggression should not be counted on as a means of victory. I think the cauldron is the way to go.
I also think we need to remove the collar off the Watcher. Otherwise, we will be losing a friend.
We will be losing very, very greatly.
Let's not forget here in the room labeled stuff, we've got magical artifacts.
We have
Yes.
many.
Currently locked behind a barrier that Titania is supporting. Once we free her, those will be right for the taking. The fastest of us could get in there, get those, and utilize them.
As little as it brings me joy to mention this, it may behoove us to have a select couple of people, say myself and Leon, as two of the strongest spellcasters, go and take care of getting to Tanya, while the rest of us wait in the room with the artifacts for the barrier to go down so that you can collect them so that they can be used by the proper side.
Now, about
And
that,
what if one of the Etherean hunters comes in?
That is the only hiccup in the plan.
that is a bridge we'd have to cross if we come to it.
Crazy
But
stuff.
Moxie,
Morgul.
I think you're forgetting the owl that gave us this map, whose name escapes me. I wish I were better with names. Said that there's something about these smaller rooms in front of the stairs. Something peculiar about them. I don't recall exactly, but I know it's enough to give me pause to send anyone on their own.
It's an emotional thing. It makes you relive something. Over table, I cannot remember it. It escapes me at this very moment in
I
time.
have a very vague idea of what it
Roll a
of the
recollection.
memory.
I rolled a 4.
I
do
will
not
roll
recall.
just because, but I
You all
No.
should have it in your notes.
oh
I
yes.
should have it in my notes.
That is a 9. It just escapes me right this second. There's a headache building in the back of my skull. It's not very pleasant. I'll take something for it later. It's fine.
Take the good.
Either way, I do remember that it caused past traumas to be brought forth from our memories. That I'm certain of.
In any case, I don't think a single or even two people would do well in that situation.
Probably not, no.
I think it would be best to not split the party.
If it's an emotional trial, someone like me should be able to handle it just fine.
Operational wood
Always
is should.
on.
Mm.
Over table. Don't split the fucking party!
We've done it before in Survival.
Then, if you are going to stay together, this is something that we are going to need to do quickly.
It'll have to be an in and out mission no matter what.
All right. Well, we need to get the barrier down first because we can't do anything else while that barrier's still up.
How far is it between these two rooms? With the stairs and the stuff, the artifacts.
They're across the hall from one another.
I'm asking that in character, but I'm also asking
They
Justin,
are across the hall from
give
one
me a
another.
distance.
Okay, so from here to here,
Yes.
or from here to here?
Yes.
In there, where the stuff is.
It's an extra, what, 15 feet?
I don't know. I'm trying to get a sense of the scale of this place.
I'm estimating. I'm trying to estimate.
65 feet.
I
Brandon.
walk at 50 feet per round. Or I move at 50 feet per round. So I am a fast motherfucker, and I can carry a lot of shit.
Yes, yes, you can.
So
Most
back in character, I'm
scenarios
thinking,
as
this
well.
isn't that big of a distance. So if I can see you through that room that I'm so worried about,
Then
then
it
you
should.
see to Titania. I go get what I can and bring it back.
There was something that you were trying to say a few moments ago.
Pass without
Hey,
trace.
I've honestly forgot. Aside from pass without trace, that is something
More-
that's important.
Morgul would be able to help with his pass without trace ability.
I'd
So-
have to be close with whoever I'm doing that with, so it's a matter
I mean,
of
if we all
definitely-
manage to move at the same speed, it's not that hard. And someone holds the two smallest people in the party because everybody else moves at a faster pace.
I'm going with Morgul.
That's a
Kinda
given.
figured that.
And you won't. I like you guys.
Like you too, Gwonk.
Scritch,
you.
scritch, scritch.
No doubt. Hey, you good?
Actually, I'll scoop up the ball of metal. About how big would you say it is? In terms of weight.
I would say that it's about
Says-
this big, and it actually weighs a significant amount, surprisingly.
That big for
For
an
how
iron ball
small-
would probably be about 8-10 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
This could be handy. I'm gonna pocket it.
You could just yeet that at somebody and immediately do a headshot.
I have heard that iron is
Just
very
fucking-
effective against the Fae, and what better
It's
place to test it out? Okay,
Alright.
So we've get the stuff. What then?
well, first
So
we
we-
free Titania. Then
Then-
we get whatever artifacts we can. Hopefully they're helpful.
Bless you.
We need to keep their attention off of the cauldron. Moxie, as much as I hate to say it, you're probably right, and it should be me who goes. You're much better at distracting.
I'm also not pure of intention, as we
Oh, when you mean to be vexing, you are very pure of intention. And frankly, I think you should use that ability to your best capacity.
To be fair, you also have been leading us around the Feywild. However,
Charisma checks.
why don't we go and resupply with some of these artifacts to Tasha and the like? That
That's fair.
diverts more attention to the conflict outside, stops the Watcher, hopefully, while we're out there, reconvene back at the cauldron. Hopefully, the sisters are outside at that point. We deal with the cauldron, hopefully, remove them in some fashion, get Zybilna, and work towards removing the tree raiser.
Nick, what's your insight?
Sounds like a good solid plan.
Do you agree with the plan as it's been stated?
Any concerns?
You're good?
As long as we stayed together.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Understood. So, If I understand this correctly, we're all going
just to clarify what I'm preferably within touch spell range, but if that's not feasible, a
Within
little
throwing,
bit of distance is okay, but
preferably within throwing range, correct?
fuck's sakes, I want to be able to
Okay.
blast y'all guys when I need to.
That
If
is
I
a
have
very fair
to-
point.
That is
If I
very.
have to, I can make you fly, Miknik.
Okay. So let me see if let me throw out what I understand of this conversation.
Yes.
We're going to go through the room of emotions or memories or whatever it is down to Titania.
Yes.
Yes.
Release her
Yes.
in whatever manner we need to.
Yes.
Then we collectively return to the room of stuff, gather artifacts. Try and signal to Tasha our presence there so that we can distribute these things to the besieging forces.
Hmm.
Yes.
They
hopefully we'll-
add on to the distraction, hopefully clearing the way to the cauldron.
Yes.
And well, maybe we can remove the Watcher's collar, which will allow it to help
Go
With,
Tasha
with
out.
all respect, Leon, I feel like we should not fuck with the Watchers. Pardon my language.
We should not mess with the Jabberwock. No.
That's just my personal
just-
opinion. If I'm in the minority, then so be it.
I believe it might be a valuable resource, is all.
It's a valid point if we need it.
It can be left to wait a bit. For now, lovely Fey lady needs rescuing. Let's go.
Yes.
We're
then
all on
we
board?
can-
As you all start moving,
Mhm.
as you start getting to the hallway, you notice.
Grace,
Is that what you're doing?
What?
I'm asking.
It seems like that we're all on the same page. Miknik is paying attention to whatever he is, and Nab is falling asleep.
No.
You're just sitting with your eyes very, very closed.
Morgal, did you already cast Pass Without Trace?
I am now.
Once we start moving,
Yeah, once we start to actually move, I'll do it.
Well, as you all are starting to go out into the hallway, you can hear something moving through the halls.
Peek around the corner to see what it is.
You notice two things that are starting to come down. Well, actually, let me see if there's two or just one.
That's the last pass without trace.
One.
Sleep, by the way.
he gave us a full rest at the beginning of the last session
Oh, okay, that's good.
when we got put in the steampunk world.
Okay. One moment. That is important.
Recognize this?
Yes and no.
It's one of the other hunters.
Yes.
It's
Like
the
it's familiar, but I don't know why.
It is the smashy hunter, the big smash bang thing.
You see this hulking 15-foot creature coming through the hallway as it
Miknik, thaumaturgy, do you think? Worked last time.
Reason I'm not being picked up. There we go. In the opposite direction of us, I make
Instant
Aviary or library?
from the
What?
library. Yes. I was saying
Real
one of the options.
No, that
Wolf.
seems a bit too much.
Make it sound like one of us from the other direction.
Make it say, "Hey, ugly." Sound like Morgul.
Actually, you know what? Yeah. In an impression of Morgul, hey, ugly! From behind it.
From down by the library, I assume.
Yeah, you!
as it
We gotta hurry.
Yep, that's a go.
Oh, I love that trick. He fell for the old thaumaturgy.
as you all enter the room, you are presented with two options. Before you, you actually see what looks like to be some kind of portal.
Oh, this
And
is fun.
there's a staircase leading down as well to your left.
No one mentioned a portal.
What's on the
Yes, they
walls?
did. I can't remember what it exactly was. Justin. Ah,
Oh shit. Well, passive
it
perception.
had to do with the
Uh, I
memory
know
thing.
that I know that it was said that there was a portal in there, but the person showing us the map wasn't aware of it. So in character, I feel like if I remember correctly, we weren't told about it.
We were by the owl.
Is there any writing anywhere in the room, on the walls, on the doors, near the portal, near the staircase?
Writing starts to surround all of you.
Oh
In
boy.
front of your face, all around you.
What does it say?
As Leon, you are slapped in the face with everybody going with you, and you all see that you are in this gold gilded, damp, dark area with a massive fishbowl that is in the middle on this very elegant
Oh no.
mahogany table.
Oh no, no,
And
no,
you
no,
Mahogany.
no,
I
see
no.
love it.
you see a small fish that is fiddling about in the tank as you see a young Leon, which you are playing right now, and Glimmick, the wizard, very much alive right beside Leon, as you see a blue ball with bumps and ridges sitting on a very elegant and elaborate chair as eye stalks come out of this big blue ball. As the chair swivels around, you all see an enormous beholder that on its eye stalks you see golden rings with jewels encrusted into them on each eye stalk. As you see what looks like a large cigar just in this beholder's mouth that it takes out with telekinesis and puts back in.
What in the hell?
When are we?
It's a memory of mine.
Lemon.
There's so much that you owe me, my friend. Please tell me when exactly were you planning to deliver?
Pardon me. I believe as you see a younger version of Roderick hop onto his shoulder, I believe that what you are looking for is this, your your exalted one. As he flitters over and hands him a uh, parchment paper.
You there, boy.
As he points to Leon.
Yes, sir.
With one of his eye stalks, he does a come here motion.
Leon will glance back to Glemmick and
Come over here.
As he takes a big puff off of his cigar. And blows it right into your face.
There was a boy that's a friend of yours. He owes me a great deal of money. Where is he?
I don't know who you're talking about, sir.
Your friend of the Izzet Guild.
I haven't seen him for quite some time.
Where's Calican?
He disappeared.
Where exactly?
Not sure. Over table, I'm trying to look back over it since it's been a while.
This is why I pin these things.
Yeah.
It'll be in our chat,
Yeah.
Yep.
our private chat.
Calican, huh?
Yes, Callaghan's goes down.
Did you say Scuzzed
No, you weren't supposed to hear that.
Callaghan Scuzzball.
Mm.
That
Yes,
name
sure,
doesn't
sure.
have any bad portents.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay then.
Yes.
So he disappeared towards Timbervale last I heard. And from the sounds of it, he hasn't come back.
Really? Then please tell me why it is that I have this man.
As he levitates a young boy over to you, and you can tell that that is your friend as he starts rotating him around.
You see,
Callaghan,
he owes me a great deal of money, and he took something from me, and I want it back. I hear it on good authority that Glimmick here has the book I was wanting. Glimmick, where is that book? The tale of the Red Moonborn.
All comes back to that.
Where is it?
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. And you need to let that boy go. He did nothing to you. And whatever that it is that he owes you, I promise that I will pay it back. As Leon nudges Glimmick, he pushes your hand aside. I will pay it back.
and I'll help too.
You see a massive smile come over this beholder as you all see his razor sharp teeth. As his eye focuses in, and you see his pupils dilate and focus directly on Leon.
So, you help pay his debt.
He's my friend. Of course I would help pay his debt.
Good. I need you to collect information across there. I want you to draw and keep notes of things and points of interest that you see that would be helpful to your Xanathar.
Yes, Xanathar, sir.
Do I make myself clear?
Very crystal, sir.
There's points of interest all across this land, and I love casing out joints so that me and my boys here,
as you see a large group of thugs and assassins surrounding him.
we do enjoy shopping around. I'm gonna give you this.
As he levitates what looks like a journal that you all see Leon keeping hold of at all times.
If you don't do as I say and keep these points of interest with lovely tidbits of information, I will kill everyone you love. Do I make myself clear, boy?
Leon as pale white as can be.
Shimmerberry will be a nice addition to my collection of places that owe me money. So, do we have a deal?
It's a deal.
Fantastic. Shake on it.
As he levitates a limp glove in front of Leon's face.
He slowly extends up a hand. Shaky, but goes and shakes the floating hand.
He throws the glove aside.
Now get the fuck out of here before I decide to take your little pet dragon there and clean my teeth with it.
Roderick, quick.
Thank you. Next.
As that vision fades.
Did that actually happen?
That
Yes.
absurd. And here I thought my childhood was fucky.
Lower your mic.
And here I thought my childhood was fucky.
Over
Really?
table, we're dropping a lot of F-bombs here tonight.
This is an emotional night. This is a big night. Okay? We get this.
We'll see how far it goes.
Eh,
As the words start to gather around you all, it slams right into Morgal. As you all are taken onto a boat.
Ah, fuck no.
Easy, Morgul. It's a memory, nothing more. Remember that.
As you all see a man come up behind Morgal. He's shorter than Morgal, only by maybe a foot. But his hat reaches up past Morgal, as his hat is rather large and just extravagant. As his big, long beard comes out and is entangled into multiple knots of braids.
Well, Morgal, you've did it. You know, I didn't think that you had it in you.
Uh, you know, full of surprises.
I never got to fully introduce myself. You can call me Grim.
Pleasure to meet you, Griff. Morgul's extending his hand. He's fully in the memory. He's not himself at the moment. You can kind of tell this at the moment.
Mhm.
This, like he's out of it.
There's
He's
a-
in a trance.
There's a big wild world out there, and it's ripe for the picking. As long as you don't mind to get your hands dirty.
I mean, a little bit of dirt on the hands doesn't hurt anybody, right? As he says this, you see like tears streaming down his eyes for a moment. Like just coming down
Good.
his face.
There's a lovely piece that I would greatly like to procure, and I think that you could help me do it.
What'd you have in mind?
The Book of the Dead.
Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Bit ambitious of you. I think I have a few people in mind for the job.
Good. Where's your partner in crime? I've heard
He
so
should be,
much about.
certainly. Shouldn't take him long. Sure, he'll
Good.
be eager for that. Always had an interest in that kind of knowledge.
What would you do with a book like that?
I could think of a few things. Quite a few things.
I like the cut of your chin. I think you and me will get along swimming.
Quite well.
As the vision twists, you all see out on a beach that Grim has the Necronomicon in hand, and Civic and Morgal are standing out on the beach.
This is not what we had planned, Morgal.
Things changed.
And exactly what is it that you thought that you would do?
I had plans. You interrupted them.
Great.
As you see a tentacle come out of the book and grab a hold of Civic and hold him up in the air.
Here's the way that this is gonna go. I'm going to take this book and I'm going to finish what I started. What are you gonna do? I'll crush him where he stands. I promise you, you know I'll do it.
You'll try. You all kind of see Morgul reach back for his scimitar.
Put a hand out. Steady on.
It's a
Steady on.
memory, Moxie. You can't stop him.
As you all see a battle ensue, Morgal and Grim, blades entwined. As Civic falls down, Civic takes 2 daggers out of his pocket and jumps and nails Grim right in the chest. As you see Grim's blade go right through Morgal's chest. As he starts coughing out blood.
Rest in the 9 hells, you bastard.
As he falls onto the beach, Civic's blades come out as he looks over. Morgal, no. As Morgal falls onto the beach, blood staining the sand. Morgal, what do I, what do I, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
He's going to go for the book.
Don't.
Can't
You
stop
can't
him.
stop him.
Please. Don't.
I only, I
This is the stories you told me. The stories you told me. It would be able to.
Don't.
I'm
Don't.
I'm sorry. I love you. I love you. I'm so sorry. I have to.
No.
I can't imagine a world that you're not in it. As he reaches over for the book, he starts flipping through the pages. Idras. Itvachniachsha. As he holds Morghal's hand, Ivachanir Kashtiusikis. Irvachanizikte.
Had to use that one, didn't he?
As Morghal slips away, you see his hand go limp in Civic's hand. Itrasfanain! As you see this blast of green energy come out, and you see it latch onto Civic as it starts to tear at his skin, as you see skeletal remains start to form as bits of his skin start getting sucked into the book, as you see energy pour out of the book and back into Morghal. The book falls on Morghal's chest as his wounds are healed, and Civic lies beside him in the sand. As Morghal comes to, and he sees the book, and he looks over at Civic, he realizes what has happened.
You damn fool.
With a cough of blood, Grimm's face in the sand.
I told you.
Morghal punches him. Square on the jaw.
You all see Morghal's fist slam straight into the sand as his jaw
I can't blame him
cracks
on that.
No.
under the pressure as you see the life leave the eyes of Grimm. As
Finished what he
Morghal looks
started.
out to the ship that is in the water, you see it's on fire. As multiple bodies are strewn around the battle for the Necronomicon that took place. There's but a small dinghy that washes up on the shore.
Morghal shoulders Civic's body and starts heading to the dinghy.
As the come out of that vision, Miknik. You see Miknik saving a life. He's mid-point saving someone out on the streets.
As we transition, Kai rushes up to Morghal and embraces him. It is a memory, and you are who you are because of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill, please. Someone help me.
And I will release
As
Morghal
you
and
see-
start paying attention.
As you see a wave go over this person. Thank you. I thought I was dead. You truly, you are an amazing person. You know that?
My best.
I think as you see a bolt go through this person's skull as they as standing in the doorway, you see two slender individuals with elven ears. "And what is it," said in a feminine voice, "we told you, Miknik, about saving these people?"
Going to save
As you
Christ.
hear a male voice come over, and you see in this male's hands Havoc. "Miknik, we've told you so many times not to mess with our trade. Soon, as he starts pointing Havoc directly at Miknik, we are going to be running all of Iron Falls. And we're still going to continue to do what, sister? The same drug trade that we've been doing. But you can't keep going around saving the people that we're doing this to. Otherwise, what's the point of us trying to use their bodies to smuggle illegal magic weapons?" "We don't pay you to be sick. We pay you to keep your mouth shut and to do your job and heal the people that we tell you to heal. Does that make sense?" "Oh, you see, when our parents, God's rest their soul, give up the ghost very soon, we're going to be taking the throne. And when we do, guess what's going to happen to Iron Fall?" As he slaps Mick on the head. "Guess! Just take a guess!"
Fall.
"And then it's going to be stronger. You know why? Because we are going to save Iron Fall. We're going to find the people that did this. The people that did what, sister? That drugged all of these poor souls and that used their bodies to smuggle all of these weapons." Horrible. "But remember, we formed your division so that this could happen. And I know that we took it from you and you all were, doing the good work and saving lives. But that's not how business is done, okay? If you don't like it, then you can always be a body bag. I have a nice magic rod that I can shove right in you right now, if you want." Oh, bag this one up and take him outside as you see two men come in. "Mick, okay, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna make a report and you're going to say that he got into a bar brawl and he caused a lot of trouble. Um, yeah, we're gonna keep needing this thing to cycle itself, so I know that you can fill that report out, okay?"
Okay. Right on then.
You all see a transition as Miknik is inside of a castle and he is sneaking into the bedroom of these two individuals, and you see Miknik as he has a dagger ready and at the throat of these two siblings.
No.
Wouldn't. I know
He
it would.
didn't.
Nope. I knew it. Not in his nature.
As he looks over onto the table, he sees a familiar crossbow. And he sees a bag of gold.
Thieving little conniving bastard sticking it to him.
And inside his head, the only thing that's going through it is, I need to get out of here. I know a couple of back alleyways where I've heard that some of the drug trade goes. Maybe that's how I can do it. They told me the mirrors. That's what I heard someone say once.
Mirrors.
As he looks over, you see him grab Havoc and grab a bag of small gold. As he looks over at the two siblings, be back. As the vision swirls again, Moxie.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
This is going to be
That had
painful.
to be horrible.
We were headed back. I'm sorry we turned aside. I'm sorry for the lost time.
These are these are all visions of your past.
Yes,
I
I
know.
figured that.
I know
Yeah.
that we have all talked about some of these things. I hope that you're liking how
Oh,
I'm kind of
Oh, definitely.
incorporating some of it in there.
I'm wondering what
Yep.
aspects of mine you're pulling.
Miknik, you didn't see the Havoc thing coming, did you?
No, but I like that.
That was
I-
great.
Because you kind of just went and ran out of the room.
Well, it's a dichotomy. He's using Havoc for good now. But anywho,
Yep.
Moxie, as we zoom out, you all see Moxie sitting there with blood all over her, with a shocked look on her face as she's kind of gasping for air. As you see a hand press upon her back. Good job, Moxie. Good job. These children are to be missed. You're doing this for the greater good. The void will be pleased. As he takes her head, did you hear me?
Yes, High Priest. The greater good. Praise to the void.
Good girl. As he slams you back down onto the floor. Moxie, you're going to need to do a few of your Hail Marys for
High Priest.
Here is your whip.
Oh, no.
And yep. Many of
As
them.
you all see the lashings, the vision twists as you see an older Moxie as she's using spells and firing them. at targets, the priest comes over and you see him throw her into the side of a building.
No.
Kalimax.
Yes, High Priest.
Exactly what is it that you thought that you were going to hide from me by taking those sacrifices and letting them go?
I must have been drunk. I don't know what I was thinking.
As he holds you in the air and he starts to squeeze your neck.
Don't lie to me. Did I not ring out all of that noise in your head that tells you
This is bad. I shouldn't do this.
did I not snuff that out long ago? And yet you still defy me.
And the void.
To the fight. I should kill you right now.
As he lets you go and you fall to the ground.
There will need to be recompense for this. Twice the sacrifices for church tomorrow.
Of course. I'll get right on that.
You make me sick. Your ideologies are not in place to be an acolyte.
As you all see Moxie, as the vision twists, you see her sitting there as a dragonkin kneels down beside her. And he nudges up against her. Hey, Mox.
Yes, Mibari. You know you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, well, the security's a little lax here.
Yes, everyone's in the middle of prayer or fasting or flagellation. As you can hear the whips down the hallway.
I haven't heard from you in a while.
Yes, the priest is unhappy with the number of sacrifices I've been bringing.
I've
Initiation.
always told you that you should just get out of here.
Yes, well, they threatened me with you for many, many years. It's a little hard to get out of.
Well, that is why I've come.
We can get out of here?
Ah.
You're kidding. We can?
You can.
Why can't you?
Because I've made a deal.
You made a deal. Growing up here didn't teach you anything. My decisions as a child didn't teach you anything.
As he grabs your face. I can't stand to see you suffer. So I talked to the high priest.
And what is he going to do?
He wanted to kill you. But I already have this for you. As he presses a bag into you. And in that bag, you see a book that you've never seen before. But you've seen it maybe in your dreams. I've got
This.
a cart that's waiting for you outside. It's going to take you to a place. But you need to leave now. It's going to take you somewhere where the air smells like pancakes.
You're kidding.
It's beautiful.
Uh-huh. Forgive me if I don't immediately believe that kind of silly childish talk. That all got whipped out of me years ago.
Well,
But I trust you. Against all of my better judgment and self-preservation, I trust you.
come on, we gotta go now.
And what is going to happen to you? Am I going to need to avenge your death?
I'll be fine. As he says with a smirk and a grin, as he takes your hand and he leads you outside and he puts you in a cart and he closes the door, you see tentacles wrap around his neck as he gets lifted into the air and brought. Luvari, please tell me something. Where is Calimax? You mind letting up on the tentacle action there, bud? As you see the tentacles kind of give way. Ah, much better. As he spits in the face of this guy. She's gone. She's gone, you bastard. Oh,
I'm little
she
sneak.
hightailed it. She hightailed it out of here. I thought I told you to never come back here. And you lost one of my favorite acolytes.
Oh, please.
Yeah, one of your favorites to whip around, torture. Yes, actually. She was. I enjoyed seeing the pain in her eyes. It filled the void with happiness. Just like what I'm going to do with. As you see him take him and bring him into the church, as the church doors close, you hear the.
That's right. And now he's in prison.
He's feisty. I like him.
Oh, so do I.
Seems like a cool dude.
As
Moxie.
the.
You're a better person than he ever was.
Then whoever was.
The priest, of course.
Obviously.
Fuck the priest. I really only stuck around because he legitimately kept me like half dead most of the time. And when I was not half dead, it was threatening me with the death of my only friend.
I
I
should
mean,
have
yeah.
known you'd be fine with this memory.
I mean, this thing could have
be
shown
fair.
one of the more scarring memories, which was of a very different tone.
Let's not
Probably
invoke.
better we don't invoke that, yeah.
No, my private life you don't need to know about. The church,
No.
fine. Love life, no.
No.
As the vision twists, you all see a young Kai going
no.
down this illustrious hallway.
Oh dear, everything.
And I am not dressed like a monk. No, ma'am.
Nope.
Nope. He is dressed like a royal.
It's little Lord Fauntleroy. Oh my goodness.
Sky?
That's. Oh my goodness.
As Kai starts to go over to what looks like his room, he opens the door and standing in front of him, you see a gray-skinned man that has a couple of boils on his face as his skin looks like stone.
Master Stonebar,
No.
surprised to see you here.
Hello, Master Kai.
Reminder for DM, at this point, I am James.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
James, not Kai.
Hello,
Continuity.
Master James. Time for your studies.
Of course, time must have gotten away from me.
Yeah. We'll make sure that doesn't happen again.
As he throws Kai into the room and closes the door, and you see him wave his hand as a magic spell goes over the door.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
As he screams into the door, you see the magic spell take the noise and cancel it out. As you see him ball up his fist.
Master
Master
Stonebar,
James,
what is this about?
you made me look bad today.
I'm sorry?
You know how much I hate it when you make me look bad.
I didn't mean to. He was hungry. What was I supposed to do?
What a royal does. You tell the rats to get their own meals. Where is he, Kai? James. Fucking sorry.
Can't remember.
Where is he, James?
What do you mean? I haven't seen him since... All I did was give him some bread.
I saw him today. You two were playing.
No, I swear. I did what you said. When you said to leave him be, I walked away. I did not return.
Then
That's
why did I find this?
As he throws down a drawing that the two of you did together. And on the back, it says, "Don't worry."
He stole something from me.
I don't know where he's gone. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Really?
I know what you
Well,
did.
really? What's that, James?
Nothing.
What did I do, James?
I'm sorry.
Tell me.
That beggar in the dungeon. He had no
What
skin
about-
left. He had stopped screaming, and you were still. Why? He's one of ours. He's one of
James.
our people.
James, you will realize one day that these people, they need to be taught how to fear you. If they don't fear you, you will never be able to lead them.
Like you're
And
leaving?
your
Like you're
mother
trying
put
to
me
take
in
things over?
charge.
My mother has no idea what you're up to. I've seen it. I've read the books. All those people who disappeared, family members, You think no one would notice it was the line of succession? And when I bring it to my mother, she will put a stop to this.
Really? She will she? Have you ever wondered why your father's getting so sick?
Maybe there's something I
What?
didn't like about your mama.
Your father's illness.
No. No,
Yeah.
no, she wouldn't.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, she would.
but she would.
You're lying. You're lying like you've lied to me all these years.
Who are they gonna believe? A little kid? Or the head of the castle?
When I am king, you will have no power here.
James, I'd better see that bangle back in my room tonight.
Yes, Master Stonebar.
Oh, by the way, you know that new puppy that your mother got for you?
No.
Don't fuck with me again, James. Don't make me look bad, or I'll keep killing the things you love.
Yes, Master Stonebar.
You're being glomped by Moxie right now.
Orgola is giving you a hug once you get out of this vision.
Everyone needs to give everyone a good
Damn.
hug.
Because you don't need one. Moxie laughed.
Poor little Rory. He never had a chance.
Murder this Mr. Stone a minute ago.
Goodbye, Mr. James.
As he walks out, you see a transition. Kai in a formal wedding attire. As you
Did
see,
get cold feet?
huh?
Did he get cold feet? That's the question that immediately comes to mind.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
As you Master James, there's someone here to see you.
Yes, send him in.
A very regal
I'm just
man
pacing
with
back and forth.
glasses that are circular, like this, steps in with his hair coiffed very, very nicely, dressed in a gold and blue attire, walks in. Hello, James.
Giles? What are you doing here?
You don't think that I would miss this day of yours, do you?
Oh, Giles. I run up and give him a hug. How long has it been? I've lost
Too
track
long,
of
my
time.
friend.
I've lost track
Too
of
long.
time. I've had so much on my mind, and this is just one more.
And tell me, what is it that is on your mind?
The safety and the well-being of our people, Giles.
Well,
You
that
know-
is why you are
Here right now, my friend, as he straightens up your collar.
Well, that's just it. I don't know if this is right. They mean to install
why
me on
not?
the throne. Don't get me wrong, I love Rain, I do. She is the best thing in my world, but they mean to install me on the throne. I don't even know, but soon, after the wedding.
That's what you've been training for your
Yes.
entire life.
Yes, Giles, I know, but I don't. There are things you don't know, things I don't know if you would understand if I explained them, but I don't think it's in the best interest of the kingdom.
You do know that if you wed, that our two kingdoms will be one.
Yes, I know that. And on paper, it seems like the right thing to do. But, Giles, it's Stonebar.
What
He
about him?
has higher aspirations. He has been. I have evidence. He has been murdering my family members, my cousins, working his way up the line. And the only people left are me and my baby brother now. And
This
Giles,
is
if I take the throne, I'll become his tool to protect my brother.
And have you brought this up with your mother?
I don't know if I can.
Fine. Do not worry. I have a few informants I can check in on. Let me see if I can figure anything out for you.
Since when do you have informants?
Since I have come across some interesting tools that I've been using at my disposal.
What are
Why
you
does that
talking
sound
about?
like Archie?
I think that's just a fluke of the voice.
It does sound like something Archie would do.
Yes, these tools, my friend. Do not worry. You need to decide whether or not this is something that you want to move through with, because she is waiting out there, my friend.
I know. This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make, Giles, but. Listen, Giles,
What?
I've seen the way she looked at you. When we were younger, when we first met. I know you never said anything, but Giles, if something happens to me, if I disappear, take care of Rainai.
I will. I will, my friend.
Thank
I
you,
will.
Giles. Thank you.
I'll return shortly. As you see him leave, Kai goes wandering around the castle, and he hears Stonebar.
I've been doing everything that I could. Just as you always planned.
I'm gonna peek around the corner.
You see a shadowy figure standing there. You need not know what we've been planning.
Giles.
Did you take out all his family except for him and his brother? Of course, I'll have to deal with his mother myself. But she always belonged to me, Raina. And he was going to be wed to her. He knew that she loved me!
No.
Yes,
Plot thickens.
Master Giles.
No. Kai turns and just sprints away.
No,
As
you
Kai
on to me then.
as Kai sprints away, you all see him look through a book real quick as he points somewhere, and he turns and he looks at a bag that he's had packed for a while, it seems. And then you see that he looks over and he runs down the hall and he enters what is Stonebar's room. And the damn bracelet, that bracer that has been coming to him for nights, haunting him, he thought. He looks at it, sitting there on the Chester drawer, as it calls to him. And he picks it up with bag in hand. He looks over as you hear, "James, my friend, come here. I have something to show you." James!
I will climb out my own window to avoid him.
As he climbs out the window and scales down. As he starts running off, he looks back, and in the window, you see Giles standing there looking at you as Stonebar comes up to the window beside him.
I turn and run without a word.
And as those visions fade, you all are in the room staring at each other.
You realize that Moxie's just holding on to you like she's hugging you.
Like, Morgul is right there, too. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Ah,
It's, you know, one of those
As
things.
is.
She
Thank
is
you.
the first to retreat out of the hug, however, because she's not as perturbed by the disturbing nature of her
After,
as everybody else is.
yeah, after a
I'm
moment, Morgul does take a moment to kind of go over to the side, kind of rub his shoulder, and be like, Okay.
Mm,
As Morgal does that, Gwonk starts going to each of you, jumping on your shoulders and licking your face.
hello, hello.
Hi.
You taste like iron.
Hi.
Yes, good
Thank
boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, good job.
Blanc just has good puppy energy.
She has good boy energy. The best boy energy. Much like yours.
As the letters come back for a moment, they start to.
Oh no, what are they gonna do now?
They twist and contort as they. As this energy folds out.
Do I think it is?
It looks like a ghost as it goes down the stairs.
Who is that?
Let's follow down the stairs and find out.
Yeah.
Down the stairs we go.
Okay.
As you all head down the stairs, you see attached to all kinds of mechanisms that look like the workings of all three sisters. You
The
see
torture chamber.
the strewn body of a certain archfey
We're
that
gonna
has
smash
cables embedded into her body.
Oh.
As
Morgul.
you see this white ghostly energy walking towards her body.
Do you think
What?
that's
What do you
Katania's
do?
spirit?
It could be.
Possibly.
Okay. Miknik, you have medical knowledge. Go examine her. See if there's anything we can do about those cables. We'll
First,
see about getting her down.
we need to smash some shit first. Morgul,
Leon's gonna help
I
Let's not be
Going
careless.
to do a medicine check.
And Leon's helping, so you have advantage.
We don't want to cause more harm.
yes, but
Sure.
I smash the things holding the wires, not smash the wires out of her. As you do.
That was a lot of teeth, Izzy.
Yes, I
Oh
still
no, I
have.
was way off.
Oh?
20.
As you're examining the body, tell that she is still very much alive and that she is powering this device.
Force of energy.
Well,
Okay.
As the
Not yet.
spiritual energy turns around and faces you all, it starts to take form, and you
I.
all see that it looks exactly like Titania.
Wonderful.
Your husband sent us to get you. Um. Lord, what in the world do you say? Um. We're gonna try and get your body out of here, reunite the two of you, and get you out of here before we revive Zybilna.
Are you able to speak?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
Thanks to you.
What
All
did
of you.
what did we do?
Memories.
Morgul immediately takes a knee.
As soon as you walked into that room, ever since the sisters created it, no one has been able to survive. All of their past memories and trauma took them through that portal in the end.
Where does
Do
it go?
I'm not sure I
You-
want to know.
You give him hope. That's enough for me.
She goes up to Morgal as she gently touches him on the face. He is alive. I can see it. I wish to thank you for freeing my mind. Now, do you think that you can do something about my bindings?
That is the exact reason we're here.
Moxie draws both blades.
Morgul draws both.
Can we just
Like,
cut them? No.
can we?
I do not know.
Well,
I'm
let's
gonna
start by
try.
getting.
They bound my mind to that portal when I got here. So, I have not been able to see necessarily what has been happening. I do think that it is up to you all at this point.
Well, let's start by getting you down.
All right.
Let's,
First,
All right. So we're gonna try
real
and.
quick,
First, what, Leon?
remove curse on
right.
Titania's body and mind. Same
The
with the spell
body.
magic in case it's
Oh, yeah.
cursed to reflect any of this potential
You
damage
see
you're about
a
to do.
blast wave go out when you do that.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to guess that was not supposed to happen and we should hurry.
Uh,
Things correctly.
One of the two.
One of the two. Let's go with
Well,
caution.
Either way, I think the clock is ticking.
Clock be
Mhm.
ticking. Swing, swing, slash, slash.
Wait,
All
Swingy,
right,
swingy.
highest roll goes first.
Let's see what we
Correct.
got.
That's a 14 on
That
dice.
would be a nat 20 here.
9. Shit. Okay.
Kai's 20. Moxie had 14.
you can chalk it up to still reeling from everything on that boat.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a
Ah.
bit hard.
I'm drawing from my emotional well.
Nope.
As well.
All
Moxie
right,
is.
so high roll goes first.
That is Kai.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely.
Critical hit.
Describe to me again how she's held up.
So there are 4 pillars that are coming into a point like hooks as they have her bound and strewn across. As you
Spread
see
eagle.
electrical energy welling through the entirety of her as it goes through all of these tubes and wires into what look like these Tesla coils.
Okay. So what is binding her to the posts? Pillars.
Hooks that are attached
Mm.
to cables.
All right. I'm going to walk up the posts, because I can do that. Grab a hook in each hand, say a quick prayer to Bahamut, and pull.
Okay. Roll a strength check.
Strength check. Red die says 13 plus 9. 21. 22.
As you see Kai, you see blood out of her arms as her arms, and she is now floating in this energy.
Is she
As you
actively
hear-
bleeding?
Yes, she is
All
actively
right, I'm
bleeding
going
right
to
now.
immediately be applying medical stabilization.
Okay.
Gauze the works.
As you all see that she is still bound by this energy, what do you do?
Kai,
Who's
you
next?
have. Or no, it is my turn, isn't it?
It's coming from the machine.
At
And
this
these
point, I'm going to be
Tesla
helping
coils.
staunch the bleeding.
Well, there's still 2 more things.
And she
that
also has the wires that are embedded into her chest and her stomach.
So who's next? Moxie?
It was me. I was going to try and slice the other 2 cables, but that is not going to really be of any help.
If she's floating there, we need to get her down. This beam is what's holding her.
She does have cables that are in her chest and her stomach.
We should probably be more careful with those.
Yeah, it's not going to work, I don't think. It's 8 plus 5 plus.
What about freedom of movement?
That wouldn't really work unless she's actively moving.
Mm-hmm. That's a 14 to cut the cables.
You slice through the cables as you see this goo start pouring out of the cables. As you hear her body.
Might not have been
All right,
this
I
thing.
am supporting her and trying to staunch the bleeding. I will hold the ends of the cables elevated.
Okay. She is taking damage right now.
All right, Morgal, I need you to help me get the cables disconnected so that Mignet can finish healing her.
Can do where I can. Would that be a survival check?
Mm-hmm.
Strength. Or,
Okay.
yeah,
You guys
survival.
think greater restoration would help?
One
You
moment,
also
please.
have the Tesla coils
Oh,
that are
that'll
to
work.
your left and to your right.
That is a 25 on survival, just short of nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so to try to just essentially work my way out with that, unless that be a heal check. Your call.
What are you trying
What
to do?
exactly are you trying to do?
I'm just essentially trying to help with working
Removing
the wires
little
out. I'm
things.
there for that. So
Well, we also need to get her out of the beam and to the floor.
true.
Yeah.
Would you
I
rather
mean-
me use a strength check for that, or
It's up to you.
I can
Whatever
also do
you all
something
wish
if
to
you
do.
wish.
Well,
Deactivate the machine somehow. I don't
think
care.
Yeah,
Leon
how-
smash
de-
it?
Leon can deactivate the machines in
Yeah.
the same level that Morgul can remove wires.
Yeah,
So
probably.
it's kind of a crapshoot.
You all feel the castle.
We've got to
Yeah,
work fast.
I'm gonna work on
Yep.
helping removing the wires, so we're gonna say 25 on that.
That'll do it.
All right, Leon.
As you see Morgul.
Leon, did you have higher than a 9?
I didn't roll. I thought I was.
No, we were
Receiving.
rolling for action order a moment ago.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
we did that roll,
Well,
what'd you roll?
So what'd you
I rolled
get?
a natural 20 right now.
Oh fuck. Okay.
All right.
So,
Then
Well,
that
I
happens before whatever the fuck I do. Okay.
well, I did go first earlier, so it doesn't really matter.
Mm.
So it's just back to top of the round, technically, with Leon.
Yes.
All right. So
Alright,
I'm
then.
supporting her in the beam of light.
Take care of those coils.
Leon, turn off whatever
Alright
this
then.
thing is. Blow it up, deactivate it, whatever you got to do.
Smash it.
Smashing. Alright.
Smash.
Oh,
Telekinesis.
I love
You
how I
see
can just
all
tell
the
it and give the
coils
voice to smash.
crumple
It's so fun.
towards a center mass, away from everyone else.
You all start to see that you all are looking like yourselves again.
Well, the cat's out of the bag now.
I look around for Rory.
As he
Harry?
you see Perry out of your armpit.
I
As he
hand him Flayleaf immediately.
Thank you.
Poor thing.
Focus, please.
Yes.
Bonk, this is what I actually look like.
I am going
Huh?
to cast Q at 3rd level.
Leon, you were bunching up what?
All of the coils went into a center mass. Think the Stranger Things thing? Or L's
Like
power?
which one?
And
You
Yeah.
all see them as you see some of these wires and coils snap out of the Tesla coil.
damn.
You see her body fall
Cat-
down.
Catch her.
Oh, I've been supporting her this whole time.
As she into Kai's arms.
22
Maybe don't weigh
points
much.
of healing.
I will gently lay her on the ground for Mitnick to administer.
Minister.
Right off
Yes,
the
thank
bat,
you.
she gets 22 points of healing.
Okay?
Look like I should use
Yes.
that
Very much
immediately
so.
as well. Generate stimulates natural healing.
Hmm.
And will regrow limbs and just about anything over a 10-minute process.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
I
nice.
mean, you're going to want to use that on Oberon when all this is over, unless I have to resurrect him.
I am going
Morgul,
to
as you're
sleep
sitting
right
there,
now.
you
That is
feel her
7th.
pulse, and there isn't
I
a
have
pulse
that.
right now.
Oh shit.
Heart
Guys,
stopped.
heart stop. Need to do
CPR?
something here.
Survival
see-
check to.
Leon pushes past and starts doing chest compressions. And
Okay.
CPR.
I was
To
gonna
go.
start doing that myself. I got 19 total for survival to
Do CPR.
at
Okay,
least chest compressions. Keep the blood
Please
pumping.
bring my lover's patron back. This would be very awkward.
Then yes, can I do that?
Wow,
please?
dice. Way to really make me feel exactly how I'm feeling and not sway me in any way.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No response. No response.
Is her
Going-
spirit still here?
Crazy.
You see her spirit starting to fade but she's still
Not
there. But she's
dead.
flickering in and out.
Talk to us. What's happening? How can we help you?
Dead. Does it look
Moxie's
like
gonna try
raised
something a
dead
little
would help
crazy.
her?
You all are smart. Think you might figure this out.
Justin, does it look like raised dead would help?
I'm not saying anything. It's up to you.
I mean, there's no pulse, so technically dead.
But that might bring her
Clinically
back
dead.
as an undead. We don't need
Mm.
an undead archfey. We need a living archfey.
Okay.
I have.
Return a dead
I work
creature
with electricity.
to you touch to life, provided that it has been dead no longer than 2 days.
Wouldn't stabilize
Why
take
is
care of
this
this? Does anybody have
Does-
stabilize?
That's not a spell
No.
that I'm
Have
aware of.
+7 to medicine.
Sorry, Pathfinder brain.
No.
Mhm.
What was keeping me alive?
Electricity.
Moxie, don't you have some electricity at your disposal?
I
Yes,
just
you do.
said that I do. Everybody back up.
Alright,
Mm.
time for the, what is it called?
Give her
Thunderclap.
a whole fucking
Actually, no.
defibrillator.
Yes.
No, it would be
good.
Thunder Wave. It would be Thunder Wave because it
Yeah, I
does
would say Thunder
clinically
Wave.
less damage. Thunder Wave, first level.
Mm,
The lady.
Clear.
Moxie, I hand her the 2 iron balls I picked up earlier. Use these to focus.
Actually, that's an extremely good idea.
Remember,
Not
Where did you
one
learn that?
today, madam. And Thunder
Clear.
Wave. Oh, yes, Thunder Wave, first level.
I did not expect to use them that way, but I love it.
Yup. All right. Well, I cast it. It doesn't necessarily have to hit.
Nope,
It's a
but
con
I
save.
have to roll for it.
Mhm.
Zip.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Thing I can think of now is magic itself.
Well, you could try again.
I'll just try it again and see if it works.
Come on, don't let this
That
be
was a
nothing.
19 on dice.
As you all see,
We have a
I
pulse.
cast Spare the Dying. Cantrip. Do that 100.
Oh, what does that do?
Touch a creature
Stabilizes.
that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable.
Well, hot diggity daffodil.
That's essentially the D&D equivalent of stabilize.
boop, boop.
We have a pulse. Okay. Let's see if we can get it.
Alright, I'm
up.
gonna do it, guys. I cast Heal.
70 hit points.
As you see McNick put his hand over as everybody is around trying to work on her body. As he casts heal, you see her consciousness
I'm just standing back hugging Rory because I can't do anything.
back into her body as she opens her eyes,
Welcome back, my lady.
and the ground beneath you starts cracking. And you
Thank
see
you.
you see plants grab and wrap around her as they start
And
forming
telekinesis?
clothing for her. And you see this massive lily come over her as a draped crown goes upon her head, and the entirety of her is enveloped in the most beautiful lily that you've ever seen.
So that's what Oberon's wife looks like.
Normally.
Magnificent.
As
we
the
need-
color starts coming back to her hair, you see this vibrant red with green going through it, coming down onto her chest.
I don't have words.
I have out of character words. Well, Miss Pamela Isley, nice to see you.
Moxie's just kind of like, crap. I
Kai's
don't know
still
what to
standing back, petting Rory because there's nothing he can contribute here.
Morgul seems relieved, if nothing else.
We need to go and get the stuff
What?
in that
Yes.
room.
Mild matter of import. What item of clothing was the egg?
The
The egg
egg.
that
What was
Moxie's
the?
carrying around. What item of clothing was that on Moxie? Because I'm probably walking around either without trousers or without a shirt.
Ah,
Or we're dressed the way we were before we were put in
you
costume.
no. It was a no.
Disguise.
Your
Ah.
animals were a disguise on you. They were a piece of your disguise. You still have the same clothing
I was
that
An
you.
armor, yeah.
I was oh shit. I hope I'm not
But
Wait.
you all are
Yes.
yourselves now, and your companions are there as well.
Oh
Did you
lord.
just the egg?
I
As
was under
you
the
all,
impression you were carrying the egg in a pouch.
Mhm.
as
I
you
mean-
all are standing there with Titania, she. Thank you.
I bowed deeply. You are most welcome, my lady.
Likewise.
Now we must hurry. The
We must
defenses are down. The
hurry.
siege is
As you
surely
all
about to begin.
hear,
Oh
Oh
no.
lord.
Who is this?
Time to look at the direction of the clapping.
Yep.
behind the machine, you just see somebody leaned against the wall eating popcorn.
I'm gonna go out on a
Oh,
limb and
hello,
say
Red.
A
Not-
red.
is this red or
As
is it another
as
mischievous?
she comes into the light, you see the maid outfit that she was in start
Oh wow.
turning into a red gown
Titania,
that
say
she
hello
is
to
wearing
Red,
now.
the eldritch being.
Mm-hmm.
Accurate.
Do you want me to
With
launch
the
the metal
love
ball?
gun.
You see a look of terror come across Titania's face.
Not good.
We're scared of her.
Okay, got it.
That is
That is an eldritch thing.
hello there.
I presume she's the one who captured you.
No, but I've seen her before.
Not a good sign.
That's not good.
Well. Look at you guys. Never did I think. Really? I mean, this is good. Right? Saving a god? I mean, come on! Who could ask for better entertainment than this?
No, seeing you rot where you stand might be good entertainment for some people.
Protection
You know
from
what? How
evil
about
and
we
good.
stop?
As she snaps her finger, you all see Moxie's mouth float off of her and come over to Red as she
Well,
as you see Red's mouth not moving, she uses Moxie's mouth as a puppet almost, as she says, I don't rot. I never have. I crawl
you would be the one who
where I
calls.
need. As she flicks it back onto Moxie's mouth. Her mouth.
He's
I
busy.
don't think
I
we've
think. Yeah, she's busy pressing into the probably still very sore, bloody wound that she made into her hand with the sigil.
What are you trying to do?
No, she's just
Trying the same effect earlier, but not
getting
actually
in.
invoking
No,
it.
she's getting into the right headspace to be
She is
calling.
imbuing herself with pain.
For the moment, she's getting into the mindset to deal with the other eldritch thing.
Titania. How are we, dear? How's Oberon?
I do admire, as she starts walking around the room, the fact that as she starts walking, you see she starts walking in midair and just kind of sits down in midair. I admire the fake that you brought in here.
Fake.
The fake Oberon.
Oh no, that's a real Oberon.
Oh,
Hmm.
talk about that. All right.
Much like we were real
Oh,
dragonkin.
I do. They don't know that, though.
My
But I
friends,
know.
we're in a unique situation. If she wanted us dead, we would be dead.
Oh, you're right on the money, friend.
We are playthings.
Oh, more like a really good TV show. That's right, you don't know what that is. But
We're
Archibald mentioned something.
mildly familiar.
Know what a show is.
I do like seeing it all come together, though. Color me curious. But I was called into this world.
By whom and for what purpose?
I was just going to say when.
Oh, a long time ago. It felt like yesterday to me, though. But I piggybacked. I hated being locked away for so long. So I hitched a ride,
With
and
who?
I brought some lovely friends.
Hmm.
I think you all are smart enough to piece this together.
I think
I've been watching you.
since she first arrived with the tree raiser.
Oh, dear, no. It's been much longer than that.
Hmm.
I was what you would call a wish by a troubled little boy.
Aeon summoned you.
No.
No.
Sharlock.
Well, aren't all of our stories just coming together here? It's beautiful to see.
Your dress is lovely. I can't say the story is.
Oh, thank you. It's only made by, the blood of millions in another galaxy that I sewed together.
See,
A lot of
and
time. Blood.
what is your aim here with us?
Well, what came with me is already taking place. But what I aim to do, I don't know yet. I've
Just
just
distract.
been watching, trying to decide what I want to do. You see, I have destroyed billions of universes. A lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. As she snaps her fingers and shows you what looks like a star chart, as each one starts turning red, all of those that are turning red are a bunch of different tiny little planets that I have snuffed out. Yours has intrigued me so far. As you see the hazel eyes that she has start turning into this bright yellow, and this purple energy starts flowing around in them. So, why did I come here? Well, glad you asked. You know, I always like watching a good story. And this one has been really good. It's been really good. I'm
Where do
really
you
quite proud of you all.
where do you see the next chapter?
Oh, I hope it's even better. Because I've gone by many names in my existence. But you know which one I really love?
You're going to shock us with it, I'm sure.
Can anybody guess it?
One comes to mind, 5 letters long, begins with H, and we dare not utter it.
Oh, no, that's my
That's
brother.
not 5 either.
He's
Oh.
really,
Oh.
really not a good guy.
No, he's definitely not.
We've only seen him once in passing.
Rather not again.
Arguably, I'm much worse.
Well, you're certainly prettier, so
Yeah.
I've been called the Crawling Chaos, the Eater of Worlds,
that tracks.
the Blinded Pharaoh. My name
Oh, I know this one.
is Narlithotep.
I thought that sounded familiar. Oh, it takes me back to my acolyte days. Oh boy. That's been a long time.
So, now that you know me,
Why'd you choose to be a werewolf?
I thought that it was only fitting because you all were born under a red moon. And then I said, you know what goes good together?
Werewolves and full moons.
Plus the
You're
whole
so
Little Red
smart.
Riding Hood motif she had going on.
Oh, yeah, there
And then the
was
kid
her.
story.
She was very tasty, by the way. I loved her. That was a good one. But her grandmother, she tasted better. I guess that makes me the big bad wolf.
In the version of the
Because you're more
story I
close to
recall,
Ah,
in the version of the story I recall, she became your basket.
and you know what? She did. But that's also me doing weird things, and I turned her into a food, and you all ate from that food once upon a time.
I did not.
So,
Yes, well, I've done
Did
worse.
it taste good?
At the time, admittedly, yes. Would I do it again? No.
you hear Tatiana just
We're losing time
leave
and
this
siege.
place. Now, Lithotep, you have no business here. We gave you exactly what you wanted years ago.
Moxie sets herself to properly praying. It's a total of a 22 religion check invoking the sigil. I know you're
Which
saying-
sigil?
The one she carved. The one that's going to basically be the guiding point of her oath of her the paladin oath that she'll be taking with her next level. I know I need to meet with the Prime Metatrons, but right now we have Nyarlathotep in front of us. We're going to die if we don't do something. Can you get us out of this?
Over
You
table, guys.
see what?
Leon, Morgul, Justin can't see the chat. You have to speak up.
I
Fair
know.
point.
I'm trying to wait for a
Huh?
moment.
No,
You
go
have
ahead.
to. You have to make a
up?
moment.
You can
we get back
interrupt
up
me at
soon?
any point.
Nab's
Huh?
running on fumes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're gonna try to get this done
Okay.
fast.
Yeah. Sure,
I'm enjoying the hell
absolutely.
out of this and keep
I
going.
really
But if we
enjoy
need to
it,
stop,
but-
we need to stop.
I've just got work at 4.
Yeah,
30, I
yeah.
gotta wake up and all that.
I'll
We're
get
definitely
it
coming
done
up
here
on
in a
something.
second.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
We're coming up on a good stop point.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
As you all see this almost holy looking energy form in front of you all, you see a massive lance that has eldritch writing all over it. No, Lithotip. You are wanted on 8 trillion causes of planetary wipeout. The decease of countless lives across the multiverse. You are hereby put under arrest and to be put on trial in front of the Prime Metatron. As you see Nyarlathotep doing this in the air. Yeah, I don't really think that that's gonna work for me. As you see this holy energy start surrounding Red as she looks at it. And then you all see a version of Little Red behind that being as she puts a finger on him as he starts to disintegrate.
Boys, run. Get to Tanya and run.
Yep, already got her.
Running.
Yeet.
Moxie's the last one out because she's the one who called on this entity in the first place, but still.
Well, this was a nice little interlude. Children, you better run. I don't know if I'm gonna kill you now or later, but I will know the Prime Metatrox will surely want to meet me.
As you all
Waters.
look over at Little Red, you start to see her face transform into this werewolf tentacled looking creature as she says,
See you very soon.
To the
Keep
stuff.
watching. Our
as
story's
she
getting good.
you all hear
Let's get back up to the stuff
as
room.
you all get up into the surface area, what flies right past you are 2 unicorns that have the armor of Bahamut on
Yes.
them.
Ding ding.
You see Thrantir just nod at Kai
Hmm.
as you see their horns emblazoned with these large blades and these Pegasi-like wings that are coming out that are the exact kind that you saw that was on the aspect of Bahamut himself. As you see Tasha put a staff down and say, let's fuck some shit up.
Amen.
We
And
got
that
a ring parade.
is where we will leave tonight's adventure, everybody.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope that you had fun. We will continue this adventure next week, Friday. Same time, same great channel. Hope that you all enjoyed. If you have missed anything so far, click those links and watch. We have tons of videos. There's a lot of heartbreak and awesomeness and just great character development that are in all of those episodes. So
we
please
gotta
give
make
them a
sure to
watch.
make those links clickable this time.
So, my friends, we will see you
Next
on the next
time.
adventure.
And just like Red, keep watching because our story's getting real interesting.
Bye bye.
Hey, please!